Okay, greetings, salutations, good day and hi, you guys and gals, and welcome on this evening of Friday the 13th back to the VTRP channel for tonight's interesting CorpoCar stream. That's right, we continue the Season 6 Championship Trail with rounds 4 through 6 of the World Series, with 3 rounds in 3 different countries, all largely confined to North America. Round 4 is going to take place at Edmonton, round 5 in Puebla, and round 6 at Homestead-Miami. I'm just by myself for tonight, because Adak, my usual commentator lately, he has an event going on at the same time, the ARO Hololive GT3 action. So he wouldn't be able to commentate anyway. So I'm by myself for now, but he wouldn't be able to commentate either way because he's dealing with a bit of throat issues. So hopefully he feels better. And yeah. So shout out to ARO. As we have streams going back to back here. Okie dokie. Maeve Kagekiri of V&U currently leading the points, 161 after her very nice win from pole at Willow Springs. Second by tiebreaker is Miu Akamiya of Specialite. Then we have 2 more drivers from V&U, Suri Solari and Yorikago Kokone. And rounding out the top 5 is, another Specialite member in Utahime Mochizuki. So the top 5 are just Specialite and V&U members. Bottom half of the table, we have got to see 2 drivers score. We have to see 1 Specialite member get in a race. That's Sarah Chinan, and Minya Scott's gotten 2 races, but has yet to score in either of them. There's still 12 rounds of action. What might happen tonight as we get into the game? Okie dokie. Edmonton City Center Airport. We're going to use the 2011 layout. There's an earlier layout which we used for base car back in July, but it can only hold a comfortable starting grid of 30 cars, and we need a field of 36. So it's a 2011 airport runway layout again. .224 mile, 3.579 kilometer circuit, which contains 13 turns. Yep, a 13-turn race course for a race on Friday the 13th. Yeah. Load. So I have a field of 36 cars, but first we will have a look at qualifying. Someone will have to take us through the grid. Ah, okay. Say hi to Enya as she takes us through this track. There is a long runway onto this first turn. Careful about the wall. High speed into the wall, that's gotta be a bit dangerous. And then relatively speedy section surrounded by walls, and eventually you get free from claustrophobia as you ride on this curved section. Touching grass ain't recommended because you got a race to get into. There's some washboard curbs, but yeah, whatever. Lots and lots of S's. And then get back into the runways. Turn right and speed your way onto this long section. Slow down a bit because you have a very, very, very tight hairpin turn. That's the 13th and final turn. And then it's a sprint to the finish, and you're basically home free. And just like that, you have completed a lap here at Edmonton, up in Canada. Alright, let's set the grid. And well, that track preview ended up being pointless for Anya as she fails to qualify. And Moria will remain on 1 point. Just great. Well then, so notes to these drivers. And Lottie just makes the cut, so's Miu. Alright, let's set the grid for this race. Yorikawa Kokone of V&U will start at pole, followed by Rem and Imi. We have Alias, Kilispika, and Dr. Nova E. Yay Poseidon, Irie. Homa, Plene, Reina. Tsuchino, Clotho, Nano. Strani, Ko, and Nikki. Shibby Body and Vicky. Seo Isaka. Miki Hitsugi, Alisu Oshiro. Suri, Chucky, and Ruby. Lumi, Koa, Mercy. Maeve, Serenity, Kana. Chinon finally pops in for a race, and we round out the starting grid with Miu and Lottie. Okay then. Everyone's set to go. 21-minute round. Let's get the music up and get rolling. Loud, loud, loud. Here we go. Everyone's set to go. Waiting for the start signal. And here we go. Good start by Rem. As we approach the first turn, it's going to be a tricky first turn. Try not to slam into the wall. How clean is the first turn? Looks clean enough to me as they go into the walls. And eventually get out as soon as they, almost as soon as they get in, someone loses a rear wing. It's gotta be someone from V4 it looks like. Oh, Maria. Oh, she is definitely wounded early on. See you, oh, yeah. Keeps her front wing. Remember V4 Mirai. And then we have Kokone of V&U and Amy of V-Allure as they go around this hairpin turn. Are making their way into single file fairly early on. A couple of binary members, one in front of the other. Rem, Kokone, Amy after one lap. Which takes like a minute and a half to complete. Siuko and those are just the two drivers in pit lane. As we have a look at others here. A nice wide view of the action taking place here in Edmonton. Onto this speedy section now. We've seen races won and lost on this hairpin. Drivers can tend to be, well, mostly single file as a driver drops to pits in Shibi. Maria staying put, really? And Siu still has yet to complete a full lap. Checking the gaps here, 0.605 separating Kokone and Rem. Cars briefly touching a bit of dirt before they have to just scrub it all out on the track. So 3 laps done. Rem still doing quite well here. I am quite amused. This track has multiple different camera angles. I see Koma Oboro trying to push for position. Currently 10th. Being challenged by Plotho of Mythos. Plotho staying where she is. Eventually, these two managed to get out. Oh, that's Sarah. Yeah, that's her first race in the Worlds, and she's struggling early on. Reina and Shibi also stuck in there. And here's the sleepyhead, certainly fully awake. Leading another lap here. Even, yeah, but certainly being challenged by the V&U member, Kokone. And more drivers coming into pits. Well, certainly a couple more. Lumi Yukime and Serenity Cosmica are in. And that's all there is after this fourth lap. 15 minutes left in this fourth round. Quite a few one lap down, 29 remain in the lead lap. Having a brief look at Maeve, who's currently a little below average in this race, struggling to stay in the points. Ram has yet to relinquish her lead ever since that very good jump at the start. But still a lot of racing left. And Koa is a goner! We lost a driver! Unfortunately we're way too late in the replay. So Koa is a casualty in this race. No score for her. I don't even remember if I have replays enabled or not. Is the issue going on here. Checking the field, see if there's any things going on. Tough, close pack of drivers still at it here. Oh man, look at that in the upper corner. A big gap between 10th and 11th. That a little over 7 seconds separates Poseidon and Nikki Ray. Kokone is still waiting for an opportunity to get close to Rem. As another driver enters pits in Mercy. Who else is in pit lane? Just Mickey and Mercy. Alex Sanono of V4 Mirai, the winner of the Season 6 West Series. I think she won the West Series, yeah. Doing quite well, currently 4th. And I believe Arisu Oshino I think she's the winner of the East Series a couple months ago. Not too shabby in 14th as another driver enters pit lane. Aye. Look at that. Extended time in pit lane, rear wing issue. Line 8 Hoshikuzu also having to stop as we are well over the halfway point of this fourth round. 10 minutes left. They'll wait to see if there's any thing out of the ordinary, but this thing is looking clean-ish. Some of the tight turns being issues for some of these drivers. Another one coming in. Hanayanagi. Restore a front wing. Meanwhile, it's still these three up at the top. Well, there's a lapped car in the way for the race leader Rem. Oh, that was the closest, perhaps the closest yet. Picone has gone to Rem, but still nothing doing. Picone is still hoping to perhaps try to get past Rem, but Rem goes past Dr. Nova, and Picone is well stuck. Almost reaching the 2/3 mark in time. As Rem Kanashibari continues to lead here. Scanning around to see if there's any happenings going on, but we're seeing sort of clean racing. Just a few cars going into pit lane to restore lost wings, and one accident, but the racing is otherwise cleanish. Some attempts at competition going on as these cars eventually go free of Dr. Nova E. Well, at least the top four. Did something happen? Someone must have lost a wing. Well, Abusu's front wing looks relatively bent. Yeah, I don't know. There's 35 cars still on track, and oh, there's a problem. Ah, man, Sailor Sheenan at risk of going 4 races without a point. As we come down to the last 5 minutes. I'll try to keep my eyes peeled of any happenings that may occur, because anything can happen at any moment. I remember the last couple times we went there, cars tend to overshoot the turn and go into the barrier. I don't think I see much of those instances here. Because AI calibration seems good. The numbers I punched in for the talent files in rFactor 1 seem good. Whoa, 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 whoa! Goodness gracious! What a push by Kokone to steal the race lead away from Rem. Look at that. Boing! Oh man, Rem going wide. And so Kokone takes the lead. Ram down to third. Amy improves to second. Amy now trying to go for the lead against Kokone. Ram doesn't want to go down without a fight. Amy takes over. Battle for seconds between Rem and Kokone. Ailey says, I went in on the fun too. Oh, careful about the touching of grass. Careful about the things going on. Oh man, Alias. Oh man, V4 Mirai against V4 Mirai, and Alias takes away the third and last provisional podium spot. Ram was doing so hot for much of the race, and now at risk of just missing out on the podium. As it come down to 2 minutes, and it looks like 2 more laps. Much in the way of clean racing since Akugaki Koa's crash out. And then we're starting to see some action here, kick-started by Kokone's push on that hairpin. Kokone's push against Ram, that is. Coming down to the white flag here, with Emmy leading. Dramatic late race spectacle going on here, affecting who would get the win, who would be making the podium in this round. Kokone trying to chase after Emmy. But running out of turns, running out of opportunities. After this turn, it's just the hairpin turn after this speedy straight section. But Emmy's gonna be too far ahead to be caught up. And that is gonna do it. VLR's Emmy Biso gets the W in Edmonton. Congratulations, Emmy. Yurikago Kokone takes second and Alias Anono takes third. I gotta feel for Rem on the outside looking in podium-wise. That push from behind by Kokone was the game changer here late in the round. With just a couple minutes left. And Alias, a podium here for the West Series winner. Well done to Alias. And even more well done for Emmy. So, a VLR driver gets a world's win. VLR getting into CorpoCar in a bit of a whim and already making some household names for themselves. As a couple folks start to come in now. So, very nicely done performance by Emmy. Kokone second. And Alias third. Top 5 finish for the defending Corpo World Champion, Kilispika. Irie, nice 6th place finish. And Chichino Clotho. Poseidon. Nikki, Koma, Bonnie, Arisu, Chiaki, Yay, Miu, Strani, Lottie, Maeve, avoids previous race winner's curse, Ruby, Victoria, Suri, Plan A, Kana, Reina, Serenity, Shibi, Bloomy Mickey, Nano, See You, Mercy, Ko, Nova. Sarah Chinan will still be without a point to her name. And Koa, well, it's Friday the 13th. So, adding a bonus point for pole. Kokone gets 76 points there. Emmy gets 100, and also going to update the medal counts. And where is Emmy? That's her very first podium and very first Worlds win. Kokone, another second place finish. And And Alias said, no, 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 no. As her first world podium. Nice. So, having looked at the points, it's Yurikago Kokone now in the points lead, 189 points. Maeve second, 175, 14 behind Kokone. Mew third, 151. Suri Solari fourth, 140. Alias no jumps into fifth spot with 127. And we have two drivers yet to score points in specialty members, Sailor Sheenan and Minya Scott. Can we have some efforts, please, for the drivers with 1 point or fewer? We'll see how the hello Adaka. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully Holo GT3 is going well. Anyway, gonna take a break for a bit. I'm gonna have to temporarily halt the stream and restart it because of the issues with OBS. And we'll be back for round 5 taking place at Puebla. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright, then. Let's get back to business with this next round. Back to the game screen. Okie dokie. Puebla. That's in time. And a number of laps, 45. Now we bypass the United States for the time being, go straight down from Canada, down to Mexico. The Autódromo Miguel E, Abed, in the city of Puebla, in the Mexican state of... Well, it's near the city of Puebla, in the Mexican state of Puebla. Nowadays used in the NASCAR Mexico Series. The oval 2.060 kilometer, 1.280 mile 4-turn, and relatively flat banking. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Load. By the by, I tried testing this track in for IndyCar with the new with the current 2018 car mod. No good. The car at speed kept hitting part of the track and just end up flying out of the track limits altogether, and just couldn't get back in. Couldn't even complete a lap, no matter how hard I try. That's just on the short oval kits. What would happen if I try using the full road course kits for IndyCar? And especially with extra weight added, with the aero screen for the 2020 car mod I intend to use for IndyCar. Oh, by the way, qualifying has already taken place. I think this is the part of the track that's most concerning. High speed, you catch a bit of a lip. That's the bumps, the contours that you see for the road course layout on this track. Yeah, catch this, you go airborne flying on the Indy cars, and I mean, it was fine with the 2017 IndyCar mod, but the 2018-2019 mod, not as good. CorpoCars, though, doing fine here. Alright, let's get 40 cars in for this race. No! Not like this! Not like this! Come on! No. Yeah, sorry, wrong sound effect. Yeah, I meant to say... Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Fat fingers, fat, pork trotters. No, I meant to say, this is the grid. No! Not like this! Not like this! You know what? Let Minya Scott in the race as well. Okay. So, notes to these 5. Alright. Well, okay, let's give Sarashina a point. Okay then. Why not? Get pole position, get a point. That's easy enough. Plan A will also start up in the front row. Then we have Syrians Sicino, Alias Victoria, then we have Chucky, Shibi, and Miu, Spica, Lottie, and Spectra, Reina, Arisu, and Kokone, Amoria, Bonnie, and Clotho, so next we have Wooby, Imi, and Sukasa. Mercy, Kana, and Minya. Utahime, Ko, Maria, and Enya. Hold on, I may have fudged up a name on the points standings. For a round. Yeah. I need to go back a bit before I continue with the. Okay, it's a complete nothing burger. It's just a simple 0 point affair. I lost my train of thought here. Rem, Irie, Strawny. Koa, Siu, Leora. Nova, Maeve, Lumi. Nikki, Tomomi, Mickey, and Koma. Okay. So we're going to be racing 45 laps. And let's get to the action for this next oval race. Fast forward a bit. Start off here. And we'll see how the madness is with round 5 of 15 in this World Series Championship. The second of 5 oval rounds. Green flag! Here we go. Yep, we already have cars starting to bunch up with each other. Yep, here come the bunching up. Cars pushing and shoving. Not much in the way of front-rear wing losses, though. Plan A, Victoria, Valerie, and Cicino. Top 3. Top 3. I said 3 instead of 3. Words are hard. Anyway. Let's start by Plan A. Once we've completed 2 laps of 45. I was expecting to see some bunching up here, but this front row is content to be single file. Great! Amy fresh off her win in Edmonton. Looking for an opportunity to strike. Amy says, "Notes to you, speaker." Up to 9th now. Like a dozen or so cars in the front row, and then the rest basically bunching up together. But yeah, but still early on, so I'm gonna invoke the game show cliche quote. So anyone can still win this. Trying to see who's gonna play chicken, who will find some bottle and perhaps break the racing line and try to change position. Oh no, I may have way down there. Struggling to get used to this track layout. And only the top 30 score. So it's specialty, and then B&U, specialty, B&U, and the grid is going too fast for my liking, so now this is a clearer view of who's up and who's down. Plane racing going on. Oh, Vicky wanting to challenge Plan A, but nothing could do for her at the moment. But and she herself is being threatened by Sachino, who goes up to P2 now. But Vicky tried to leapfrog her way back to second. Sachino says, nah. I'm gonna look at speeds here. Going a little over 185. Sachino tried to go for the lead, has the inside, but nothing doing. Plan A remains where she is. Victoria Valerie. I don't know why I keep calling her Vicky. Maybe because it's the name is because it's easier to say. And Vicky does go back up to second, but the outside line on these turns being big here in these first 10 laps or so. Outside line. Jeez Louise, where did Spectra come from? Suddenly shooting her way into almost second, currently third, but has a disadvantage of being on the inside. What a party this is. This is a flat-ish track. Very suitable for open wheel racing. Of course, you'll notice that open wheel racers prefer to race on flatter turned tracks. Higher banked tracks, and they're like, oh, I'm dying! And ironically enough, the first round for this month's series took place on such a high banked track. Even more ridiculous, it was the 1 mile Dover. .739 lead. 1.708 for Plan A. Everyone's still on the lead lap. Well, there's a brief bit of three-wide action. Why can't we see that close to the front here? Anyway, if you're just joining, this is round 5 of 15 in CorpoCar World Series Season 6 here at Autódromo Miguel E, Abed. the oval racetrack in the Mexican state of Puebla. International racing fun as what you would be expecting to see in the CorpoCar World Series. Again, inside line won't work. Outside line is the way to go for overtakes on those turns. Siri, come on. Pay attention to the script. Inside the line isn't supposed to be good. And yet she's currently P5, trying to catch up to her fellow V&U member. Speciality in V&U being the agencies to look out for, with a whole bunch of members in Worlds. I cannot stop yawning because it's the evening. Tired after a long day of work. Gotta pay attention to the action that's going on, and oh goodness gracious, Maeve is still way down there. $20 down, 25 to go. Very close to the halfway point of this race, with Plan A still in control here. Everyone all within the 19 seconds of each other. Just the slightest hint of 3 wide, but it ended as soon as it began. Kind of a shuffle in positions toward the latter half of the top 10. Mania Scott trying to get on the board. Top 30 trying to get points. Well, drivers trying to get into the top 30 to get points. Because that's basically how life works. So we are official now. This race is now official. As we are starting to see a bit of action here, or at least I thought I was hoping to see a bit of action. Oh, careful, speaker, zooming in. Into, well, 11. Maybe a top 10, but again, inside line on these turns, they're an absolute no-go. Laps here on this 1.2 something mile oval. Still with quite a large lead to her name. It's now 2.347. There are some gaps starting to develop between some of the drivers as Spectra finds herself in third. Vicky hoping to bounce back again. Why even bother if you're in the inside line? Oh man, Emmy. Hoping to get into the action here. Oh, yeah. By the way, news going on with Formula Hollow. I'm starting to record B-roll for the intro now. Because finally, the Flogo liveries have been completed, and now Chrono is working on the pit boxes and the uniforms and helmets for the drivers, and yeah, pit crew and decorations and stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to see how it is. Coming into the 2/3 mark of this race. I sure like saying 2/3 a lot. 3/4, 2/3. Not as much in the way of 5/8 though, because 5/8 of a mile is too short of a track distance for even corpo cars. Maybe the relatively slower BTF Pro Championship cars. But certainly not Indy cars or corpo cars. Maybe not even Indy Lights either, but actually, Indy Light, Indy Lights is using the car mod that CorpoCar used to have. Yeah, Indy Lights is going into the different car mod, the one I used before, the 2009 Firestone Indy Lights car mod. And CorpoCar once raced on an 0.6 mile oval Lucas Oil Raceway. I think it's 0.6 mile. Lucas Oil International Indianapolis Raceway Park. Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. 0.686 mile. Oh, slightly longer than 5/8. Actually, how big is 5/8? Oh yeah, definitely a bit larger than 5/8. Anyway, before I continue to ramble and notice that not much seems to be happening except dominance by this Specialty JP member. We're coming down to the last 10 laps here. 35 down, 10 to go. For Plane Hoshu Kuzu. Leading by almost 2 seconds over Sachino Katerina. Of the AAA Club, I believe they're called. Meanwhile, Vicky is back in the P3 spot. Was a bit of a battle between Spectra and Vicky for the last remaining podium spots. Emmy, very good in this race. Certainly wanting to avoid previous race winners' curse. I've done some. Hopefully bolster her chances to get into the points lead. Will we have pit stop shuffle? Hell if I know. It's just clean racing all throughout. Oh, now there's a battle for third again between Spectra and Victoria. Again, inside line, not much. Again, inside line, maybe not much. Except perhaps if your name is Amibiso, I don't know. Not quite a complete overtake, though. Well. Okay, 5 to go. Oh no, or Sarah Sheenan finding herself in 5th now. Much to the chagrin of Spectra. Excuse me. That's 4. Less than 4 now. So for an oval track, it's certainly lacking in CorpoCar packed racing action that you would see in other tracks. Basically, it's been absolute dominance for virtually the entire race for Planet Hoshikuzu of Specialty JP. Certainly shooting for the stars and going further beyond. White flag up. And yeah, she's still too far ahead of herself. Yeah, front row start will do that to you. Basically unchallenged since the start. And she is definitely going to get the 100 points to her name. Planet Hoshikuzu wins at Puebla. Congratulations to Planet. Speeding like a rocket. Houston, we have liftoff. Ticino gets second, and Vicky takes 3. And well, that's the end of that. Let's look in the points. And the medal counts before we worry about points. Yeah, for these 3, those are their respective first podiums in CorpoCar Worlds. So well done to them. Very nice result for Emmy. Getting top 5 there. Moria top 10 finish, Mini Scott 11th. Not bad. All right. Ari barely gets in the points. And those are your scorers. Strawny, well, lucky enough to get on the board here. And the rest of the field, Maeve 40th. Oh, that was an absolute shit show of a race right there. Let's see. Where's the file? Okay, that's 36. That's 36 drivers in, and I'll manually insert the other 4 drivers. And let's see how things get screwed up here. Well, the top 3 are all V&U members. We have, well, this driver leading the championship, 194 points. And Suri Solari is second with 180. Maeve drops to third, 175. And then we have 2 specialty members, Miu, 169, Plane, 153, and luckily everyone has managed to get on the board. The lowest so far being 7 points. All right, so we're gonna take another break, and then I'll have to restart my stream again, and then we are gonna head over to Miami, Homestead-Miami, for an interesting take on road course racing there. See you all in a few minutes. All right, one more race for tonight as we get back to the game screen. We're heading to Homestead-Miami. We're gonna go road course racing in a different way. That's right, modified road course. I'll let you know what I mean when we get to the track preview. Alright. Load. So this variant of the track is 2.3 miles, 11 turns, 3.701 kilometer. So Dago, you may ask, how is the modified road course any different from the normal road course? Well, here's a spoiler in the upper right-hand corner. As we follow along with Mercy. Now the track, the first part of the track is the same as per usual. You start off on the usual start and finish on the oval. You cut into the inside and then just make your way across a few turns. The same old stuff. Go around there, a couple right-hand turns. This one and that one. And then a relatively tight turn, and then you'll eventually get onto the backstretch of the oval. Now, what separates the modified road course from the standard road course is that in the standard road course you bypass turns 3 and 4 of the oval. On this modified layout, you actually go through turns 3 and 4 of the oval. And interestingly enough, this is the 1998 layout where the turns of the oval were flatter before becoming more dramatically banked as it is nowadays. So yeah, that's a lap on the modified road course, which we're gonna try out for once. Let's get 36 cars in the race. Again, the curse of the track preview driver. Not even being close to qualify for the race, so... Ooh, Alias misses out. I'm not in. Mew sadly couldn't bother to show up. That just leaves 36 cars. And Nikki Ray at pole. Alright. Remember, it's no longer idle EN, idle ES. It's now one collective idle corp. Singular. I'm just too lazy to bother with changing the team names. Maybe I'll do so tonight after this stream is done. Tomomi starting off in front row alongside Nikki. Row 2 is Amoria and Irie. And then we have Reina and Lottie. Tsukasa Minya Lumi. Jackie Spectra and Coma. Poseidon, Ko Maria, and Akogaki Koa. Shibi Bonnie and Taring Hu. Vicky, Sarah, and Ye. Crone Strati and Kitty Spica. Amy, Leora, and Plane. Alisu, Ruby, Suri. Maeve, Nano, Mickey. And Utahime, Serenity, and Siu. That's all 36 cars ready to go here for this 21-minute race. Round 6 of 15 here on the modified road course layout of Homestead-Miami. Waiting for the race to begin, and we do begin here at Homestead. Modified road course racing at its finest for round 6. Cars pushing and shoving. Oh, there's chaos early on. Some cars pushing and shoving. Oh, that's previous race winner's curse already for Plan A. Let's look at the replay, see what happened. It's mayhem. On the first turn as Serenity shears off Plan A's front right wheel. Oh, absolutely bonkers. Previous race winner's curse, ladies and gentlemen. Coma can't find her face, can't find her front wing. There may be some car damage, but we'll wait to see who will get into pit lane as we see Tomomi Taraya of Gasp Shock of V&U taking the lead, heading into turns 3 and 4 of the oval, and into the start finish line. Tomomi, Nikki, and Irie. The top 3. One card pit lane. Oh, for fuck's sake, why her? Having to be damaged. Oh, dear. Many cars in pit lane. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Too many names to count. Right now, it's Tomomi having the lead. Nikki Ray trying to chase after the member of is Tomomi also in AAA Club? I'm being led to believe so. Anyway. Leader right now back to 3 members. Staying in CorpoCar with the 4th in Aaliyah leaving the group, and then expected to return to the Indy Lights roster as Nikki Ray makes the jump, goes into the lead. Tomomi slowing down. Irie couldn't overtake Tomomi. Lottie right behind Irie. And Minya Scott certainly making her presence felt. So Tsukasa, a couple of Specialty JP members in place. There might be forgiven to thinking that Minya Scott is in the EN branch of Specialty because of her name. But anyway, Nikki. One of the original Idol Court members, still in the group. Having herself a nice start here. A little over 1 second lead as Irie goes up to P2. Lottie 3rd. Tomomi struggling. But there's still quite a lot of racing to go into. 1 minute 3. An average lap time here on this modified layout. Expect perhaps a times to be shorter on a lap on the modified layout than in the slightly more technical default layout, which, as I've already mentioned, what was I about to say? Goes, cuts away from these oval turns 3 and 4. Lottie against Irie. Oh, Lottie going up to P2 now. Already seeing a nice amount of overtakes here. Battle for fourth between Minya and Tomomi, and Tomomi keeps fourth for the time being. Well, annoyingly for Nikki, she's starting to notice a car in the way. Do we have any DNFs? Besides Planet, not much. 23 are on the lead lap. Irie on the oval trying to chase after Lottie. Very good overtaking opportunities in the last couple turns, the oval turns, and in these opening turns of this layout. Irie back up to second. It's come down to 15 minutes here. Nikki Ray already has a couple of wins to her name. Back-to-back at Adelaide, the street circuit in Australia, and the Talladega road course just this past season, just this past June. And here she is leading on another modified Roval-ish road course layout. Boy howdy, imagine us racing on the Daytona road course layout that's used for the Rolex 24, the 24-hour race. Imagine Nikki Ray, the sparkle in her eyes when they would go to that track. Good God, another Roval. It's just too bad. It's just too bad the Charlotte Roval track for rFactor just couldn't get out of beta status. Just the track is broken. I mean, it's drivable, but AI racing is just no good. Yeah, the starting grids aren't properly set up properly, so that's why it's why I don't use that track in rFactor 1. I used that track in NR 2003 for Niji Sanji stock car racing. Other than that, not much else for that Roval track. Might we have the modified new version of the Charlotte Roval for rFactor 1 sometime soon? Only time will tell. Speaking of time, we're approaching the halfway point of this round with Nikki still leading. Irie really just second by roughly 2 seconds, and Lottie about half a second behind Irie. Yeah, that's perfectly accurate enough. Do we have any more driving issues? Do we have any more driver issues? Not much. Just 22 on the lead lap. Relatively clean racing since that opening bit of madness in at the start of the race. Vicky and Abisu both briefly touching grass. Victoria ended up losing a few positions. Maeve just trying to get back on her feet in the championship hunt. Yeah, after that dismal showing in Puebla, she would be lucky enough to score a few points here. Anyway, points leaders. Is Capone somewhere? Yeah. Down in 28th. Adversary! Not doing so hot. Miu is not in this race. Plan A crashed out early. Haley Sonono, it looks like, also missed down in the cut for this race. Emmy, one lap down, struggling. And Vicky, lucky enough to be here. Anyway, just back to where we were previously. 9:50, 9:47 left. Here, Nikki still leading. But dealing with a car in the way. The adorable axolotl of Pixel trying to catch up with the adorable green-haired cutie of Vida, for lack of a better term. I was gonna say yandere, but it might be a bit of a harsh term for her. Okay, where was I? Cars bunching up still toward the back of the grid. Just getting along. Well, yeah, let's look at the replay. Nano having a bit of a no-no. A nano no-no. Get it? That's a joke, son! I say. Going way too far beyond. A nano no-no. For Nano Hozuya. That's another no-no. Well. Well, look at the fine mess I've made, Nano. Doesn't seem to affect the race leaders, though. I mean, come on now. Maeve, fresh off her win at Willow Springs, suddenly starting to struggle substantially. Just couldn't find a pace at Puebla. Got into a bit of a pickle in Homestead. But there's still 9 races left after this. So plenty of opportunities to come back into action. Oh God. Lottie somehow took over for second. Irie trying to get back into position, and looks like she'll do so with 6 minutes left in the race, and Nikki still leading, but being burdened still by Suri Solari. And even then, Nikki still has quite a big lead, over 2.5 seconds ahead of the next two drivers down. Lottie has a very good opportunity to get back up to second here. Yeah. No? And yes. Pomomi enters the picture, threatening here. I mean, Irie's been working so hard to get a podium in Worlds. We don't want her to get shut out of the opportunity here. She's been like second, third all throughout, and to lose it late in the race in heartbreaking fashion again. That's just a madness. That'll just be a absolute madness. It's these 3 battling for the last 2 podium spots. As Nikki, well, enjoying the joyride. Irie has a bit of freedom to her name, just trying to speed away on these turns. I suppose 2-3 laps to go, as of course Lottie wants to try to take over here, trying not to screw things up. Irie just trying to be defensive, trying to get a podium for once. Tomomi speeding ahead, Lottie losing ground. Minya Scott is in the hunt. Lottie down to 4th, Tomomi in 3. We are indeed coming down to the last 2 laps here. Nikki Ray leading by 8.5 seconds! Stop! Stop! They're already dead! Challenging race battle here as we come down to the final minute, and there'll be the white flag next time around for Nikki Ray, who's very close to her third win in CorpoCar Worlds. As of current, it's Irie who's in second by 8 seconds. Tomomi is currently third. Quite a few cars hoping to get on the podium. While Nikki is being burdened with lapped cars ahead, but she's been dominant throughout the race. I think she certainly likes racing on these modified road course layouts made up of some parts of the oval and stuff like that there. And she'll be definitely on her way to those 101 precious points. Nikki Ray does it again on a Roval road course, and she is your winner here in Homestead. Irie second, and Tomomi third. Nikki Ray, however, gets her third CorpoCar World Series win. That's her third in these past 2 seasons. 101 points for her. So 2 drivers with buys into Worlds for the season already scoring pretty nice race wins from pole. Well, a couple drivers were having to wait to finish. So he's gonna get ahead and grab a better position. Not that it does much, since 31st and below score absolute bupkis. And Maeve fails to score for the second race in a row. Parody. Spec racing. Ain't it grand? At least Amoria is carrying the weight for the team. Okay then, let's lock in the points and see how it is as we wrap up for tonight. Raid! Hello! Thanks for the raid! Thanks for the raid, Great Prowler. How did it go with the things that went on in Hollow GT3 qualifying? As I lock in the points and it's soon to wrap up for tonight. So that win from pole is gonna put Nicky Ray up to second in the championship standings by 1 point behind Kokone. Oh, geez Louise, look how close things are in the championship hunt. Kokone currently leading the championship 194, Nicky Ray 193, Suri Solari 180, Maeve 175, Irie 172. That's your top five. So that's gonna do it for tonight, and we'll have our next 3 rounds tomorrow morning. Actually, yeah, that's right. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, we'll have more action in the CorpoCar World Series Season 6 as we get to the schedule card right there. So we are going to Spain, the Motorlands Aragon for round 7. Go back to past to Trenton Speedway, old racing with a dog leg for round 8, and then into a fictional track in Gran Turismo. I think it's Gran Turismo in Grand Valley. That's the next 3 rounds tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern on the vTubers channel. So that's going to do it for tonight. Bit of a company stream. Hopefully we'll have commentary again. Hopefully I won't be lonely tomorrow as we get into the action for the next 3 rounds tomorrow morning. What craziness will occur then? We'll have to see how it is tomorrow morning. Alright, so have a great rest of your evening. Have a great day wherever you are around the world, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for more CorpoCar World Series Season 6 action. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Otto Dag.